I have this 40 horsepower Mercury outboard motor. It is 2-stroke. My problem is, come over here, Corey, up in here, the mounting bolt, I think it's the bushing. It has this rock to it. So that's what I'm going to try to fix today. I messaged a mechanic, and he said that it was going to cost like $1,000. I wasn't going to pay that. He said it was a tough job because you have to take the whole engine block off, and so I went and did some research, and I'm going to try it. I don't know if it's going to be a good idea or not, but we'll see. So first we took off the lower unit of the outboard. I didn't show much of it because there's a lot of really great videos on how to take off lower units. Also, other guys know more than I do. And we also took off the oil reservoir off the upper part of the motor just to make it easier as we were lifting the engine, and I would like to work on the carburetors after I get this job done too anyway. But taking off the oil reservoir may not be totally necessary. It's just something we did. We got the lower unit off, and now you have to get this, I'm going to try to get this little cowl off under the upper unit, under the block. See how that goes. Okay, so here's the motor. I think down here is the bolts I need to get. I'll be honest, I don't really know. But what's the worst that could happen? This one bolt on the actual mounting bolt itself, it was above it, and it wasn't giving us enough room to get it off. So we're hoping we can just break loose the engine and it'll be able to come out the rest of the way. Here's our redneck engineering to get lift the engine a little easier. We have above us, I had that 2x4 just part of the carport. I put a ratchet strap around it, and I tied a rope around the top of the engine, and then we have a winch on this four-wheeler going up, and we'll see, hopefully it will do the trick without breaking anything. So this boat actually used to belong to my grandfather Ivan before he passed away in 2017, and so I'd really like to get this boat running again. And funny enough, the four-wheeler belonged to his brother-in-law Wes before he passed away. So I actually didn't get a recording of us getting the motor lifted, but we got it lifted, and the little plate underneath, we couldn't tell if it needed bolts taken away before it was lifted up or if it could just be persuaded. So I had a little rubber mallet, and I just gave it a swift tap, and it came loose really easy. Okay, so we finally got, so it did, those bolts were the mount, they were the mount bracket. Yeah, so this little bracket is actually the mounting bracket. It was right there. That's what those bolts were we took off earlier, thinking it would take this plate off. But that plate just needed a little whack because it has this gasket that needs to be cleaned off and replaced now. So that's my problem there, is all the rubber on my bushing is gone, allowing the motor to just slide back and forth like that. So that's obviously is what I'm here to replace. Yeah, so that's the busted piece. It sure is busted. Oh, put you over here. That one doesn't. It's just there's not even any rubber on that one. It's just the metal piece. Oh, that's the inside of the bushing. That's the inside of this bushing. It was supposed to be like a whole rubber piece like that. Completely disconnected. Since we had the block lifted off of the outboard, I went ahead and took the opportunity to just clean some of the bits that hadn't been touched in the past 30 years. This is a 91 motor, I believe. I couldn't really tell because the serial number on the trim, I was looking at boats.net for the parts, and they didn't seem to match right. And so I don't know if the motor is actually a 91 or not, but it's an older boat. And these parts behind the motor on the trim where you can't really reach have been caked with years of grease, so I just got it a little bit cleaner.